Hello, welcome back to our next devlog. This is November 2024. I almost forgot to record this. I guess I'm in the US, so Thanksgiving and the break, I just did not remember. But I'm recording this on the 30th. I'm going to post it today, so I will still hit that that time. Where did Power Gear go? He jumped in. Um, this month, quite a bit. I kind of like I don't know, maybe not random, but the past 2 months, Phantoms and then Brawl, we're pretty focused on like just those things. But pretty much from now on, uh, the only like super focused months are going to be the other species. Um, when it's really just one other one that I'm gonna publicly show. So you'll have one more devlog in I think like January, February about the fairies. The other two species I'm gonna keep a secret until release. So I think at a certain point I will probably stop doing these monthly devlogs. Purely just because, as we get closer to release, there's gonna be more like one stuff like that where I want to keep it secret. Um, but then also just the stuff I have to do is gonna be like I'll have to do a lot of accessories and traits and it's not gonna be as exciting to do devlogs for. So I'm gonna keep trying, but then I'll kind of announce one like next month we'll still get one. But yeah, I'm guessing maybe around March or something. Maybe I'll stop them. I'll still want to do these, but maybe I'll switch to every other month or something until release. Yeah. Anyways, so this month, like I said, a little bit less focused in terms of like an overall update. And the biggest thing is the cell phone. So if I whip out the cell phone, Parfait has a little flip phone now. And something I've wanted to add for a bit now is actually a kind of a late addition into like the overall ideas for the game. Um, but there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do that it needed something. It needed more of a menu, and it needed. There's a lot of ideas that I have for the cell phone. I needed some sort of menu system that is quick to add to for myself. So that's kind of the point of cell phone. So, what can you do on it? Well, first, I guess I could showcase. Obviously, you have the date, time, and everything that showcases. So, I turned off the pause thing. So usually it would pop up the date. But now that you have the cell phone, you can always check if you want to check what date it is. You have your money at the top. This is not done, by the way. Obviously, like there's still more stuff to do. It'll probably be something I wanted to do the rest of it this next month, December, but I don't know if that's gonna happen just because there's more than even that. There's just a lot that I can do with this. So um, I think this will be something I add to over time, basically. Um, but yeah, so date, time, your money up top, and then first thing is we have this little book, and is the Bobopedia. Um, Something I heard during the alpha, pre-alpha testing on the survey was people wanted ways to track certain things. They want to know what the traits are. That was the big thing. So when you look at the traits, like what does Olympic swimmer do? Um, that was maybe a little bit more self-explanatory, but not all of them. Like forager, you have no idea what that means. So Wikipedia, you could go, and then you basically have um, these are all the main traits in the game, and when you collect one, obviously it's kind of incorrect since I have this test build. So theoretically, uh, Olympic swimmer should be here, right? Because I had a Bobo with it. But basically, when you register a Bobo, their main trait will unlock in this Bobopedia section, and then you can basically read about it. So just a quick little blurb on what it does. So it's just a good reference, and also it functions as a sort of, collection. So if you want to work towards collecting all the main traits, you can come in here and you can see that you always still have one more to go. So there'll be a lot more than this in the full game. This will be a scrollable list. You just go down. Yeah, that's that. Then we also have colors. So same thing. There's no information about these, but you can just track. There's 100 colors in the game. So when you register a Bobo, it'll register the primary color of that Bobo to here. And the donuts will allow you to get these left and rightmost ones because it's the light and the dark version of it. Again, I should have red in here and stuff, but this is test, so didn't do that. But yeah, when you register a Bobo, it'll add into here, and you can, yeah, just like work on collecting all of them. I think, I know people want that kind of thing, so I felt that'd be a good thing to add. Sorry, I'm congested. I mean, I feel like I've been congested for like 2 years now, but I feel really bad today. Yes, it's colors. So I think this will be good, and there's still more stuff I want to add to this. So obviously, this will be a big list. I don't think I want to put every single thing in the game here, but it'll probably be a lot. Yeah, I won't announce anything. I'll just, over time, you'll see the stuff added to this. I'm probably not really showcase it in the devlogs. It'll just be on the final release. You'll see a bunch of stuff in here. And then next we got, yeah, I'll do this first. So we have a camera. This is not something I wanted to add initially, but not that I didn't want to add it, I just didn't think of it. But with having a cell phone, I was just like, I feel like people are going to want to take pictures. So we have a little camera now. So I'm going to take a picture of him. Birthrights. So his name is Gub Gub. I forget the name of a lot of these people. And then you have a gallery. You can look at all your photos. You have 200 you can take. And yeah, you can delete them. Pretty cool. Yeah, I think that'd just be a fun addition because I know people like, I like the idea of, my phone in real life is just filled with photos of my pets. So just to do that in the game is kind of funny. However, it's even better because here are the contacts. So this is a big thing I wanted to add. And basically, in the contacts list, you have all the Bobos that you've registered. Add a picture. So we had Gub Gub. I could go to their contact and select that photo. So now Gub Gub has that photo. And this is like my favorite feature I've added to the game. It is so funny to me. I just love this premise of taking photos of these Bobos and then having a contact list with their profile photo. That's like so funny to me. And I just can't wait to like watch people stream the game and stuff and then see them open up their contact list. Because like there's no one that's not going to do this. Like everyone's going to add photos. Like that's so funny. Yeah, I just love this idea. Obviously, you get a little reference of the grade. So what does the contact list really do besides being there? Well, let's head into the competition center. So basically, something I heard a lot from the alpha, which I already knew about, is people, would come through here on the day. They want to do a competition, and they don't have the Bobo they want to actually put into this one. They don't have it with them. You can bring like 4 with you by making them follow you. But if you come to the competition center, it's like you have to go back and find them, and that's annoying. So you can still obviously snap them and bring them with you anywhere because people are going to do that, and that's like a cute thing to have them come to the town with you. However, contact list. You can now go to the contact list. Let's say I want Gub Gub with me. Click here, call here. So now they're here. And then you can just as easily send them back. So yeah, send home. and call here. And this is obviously not just a full-on menu, but I really want the premise of putting a Bobo, and I'm sorry if you hate that. I'm sorry, but I love the idea of doing that and placing the Bobo down and going into the competition. So that's going to stay. But now we have this menu, so we can obviously call the Bobo you want. If you have a relay, you can... is there one I can showcase? Probably not. No. Yeah, that's that. I think that's a pretty nice feature. And there'll be more at the contact list too. There'll be more on the screen. Maybe next month, we'll see. And yeah, let's head to the town now. All right, so then other than that, I did some work. Not a ton. I'm just going to be constantly changing stuff over time, but did some work on the town. Kind of finished off this pier a little bit. But you can just jump into the water, which is not good. The collision and stuff isn't done. And then now we have Kelp Fresh. This is the final version of this. It'll be Kelp Thrift in the beginning. It's not that big of a spoiler. It's just like... It's going to be Kelp Thrift, and it's going to be just these two right ones, as you see. And there'll be like a little cloth up. But most people playing the dev builds on Patreon right now have all four unlocked by now, because it's pretty cheap to do that. So you can shop at Kelp Thrift, get your accessories, and it's just a little bit more designed than it was. Then we have the newest feature, which is camp. This is not done either, but it'll get there. This mural is currently being made by Riru on the Discord. I sometimes have different Patreon people kind of provide art if they want to, like for the graffiti, and I thought it'd be nice to maybe have someone for the community like make a little mural for this area. So this is work in progress. It's not going to be done by this next build, but you'll see it in the future. But I just wanted this like mural type of idea. But the camp is very similar to the kindergarten slash classroom, and allows you to put your Bobo down for overnight camp. So we have agility training and how to play the mini guitar. So let me go real quick. Let's call Gub, and then GUI. All right. So GUI. Take a look at the agility. So his agility is at 718, and then the 2 bubbles for this potential. So we're going to put it on agility training. So what this does is it'll give them potential like you do in a competition, but specifically for agility. So right now there's agility, climb, jump, and strength, because those are the ones that come up the least often right now in the competitions. So they can go into this, they get some points and they get some potential. Just overnight, you spend 200 bucks and they come back with that. And then mini guitar is basically the introduction of skills. So we'll put them there, and then we'll head back, and you basically just leave the town, and then you'll be charged for the money, and they'll no longer be there. So they'll basically be staying overnight at this camp. So money got removed, and then Gub is usually right here, or GUI is right here, and Gub is over there. So they're no longer here. They're basically gone. But then, if we... Oops. We go to sleep. They'll be back. And then let's check GUI first. So I guess you can't quite see it because he's at level, he's at C grade, but he did earn potential in agility. You just can't visibly see it since it's in 10s. So So he's probably at like 19 right now, or 29. And then, but he did gain points, 936. So that's that. And then may or may not see him play. It just depends. They all have different chances of doing a skill. So I'm gonna wait like 10 seconds. If he doesn't play, then I'll just maybe put a video on the screen or something. But yeah, instruments can be played, and if a Bobo starts playing an instrument, then they can start a band. Sorry if you hear the airplane above. It's a loud one. They'll basically start a band, which means multiple bands can happen at the same time in the bay. And other Bobos nearby, if they also play an instrument, will come up and they'll sync up with them. Their instrument will sync up, and it's all less level 1 instruments right now. I have the kazoo, bongos, and the mini guitar, which is just a ukulele. And they all sound terrible right now. But the idea is over time they can have skill level and they'll get better and they'll sound better. Alright, there he goes. Incredible. So, if another Bobo has an instrument nearby, I think Gooey does and Power Gary does. Alright, well I'll put up a little video over the screen right now, just showing two Bobos coming up and syncing up to play. Yeah, that's it. I have one other big thing that I'm not going to showcase right yet. It is in the newest build on Patreon, but I really want it to be a surprise for people to play it or see it. So the new menu screen, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, I don't want to showcase it just yet, just because I want people to actually like boot up the game and see it. So maybe next month I'll kind of show that off. But yeah, that should be it for this month. Next month is pretty similar in terms of like it's a variety of random stuff. I have most of it figured out what I want to do. I'm going to start with Parfait and basically doing a new clothes system so we can customize her outfits. And I'll probably make at least one new outfit for her. I have a bunch of concepts already drawn, just about modeling them and weight painting, which is awful. So doing the actual clothes, like changing, is gonna be pretty easy. It's gonna be in the cell phone. It'll be a new icon, and you'll be able to just change it real quick. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And obviously, there's like bug fixes and stuff like that. If you want to see like the full changelog of this month, join the Patreon. If not, just keep watching and look forward to the full game release someday, hopefully next year. Depends on if I get it done. I mean, I'm on pace, but I don't want to rush it. I don't want to like release it too soon. I'm gonna make sure that it's like complete until I release it. There's still some stuff, there's ideas I have for after release that I want to do, like purposely I want to do after release. But I have an idea of what that full game looks like. For not even an idea, like I know exactly what I need done to get there. So yeah, that should be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next month.